When the U.S. Supreme Court handed down the 1954 Brown decision mandating the desegregation of America's public schools, it was a major victory for civil rights attorney Thurgood Marshall. But no one, not even the justices, knew what would happen in the South. It didn't take long to find out.
A few border states accepted the Brown decision with good faith, but in much of the South there was to be the massive resistance for a decade and more.
We intend to maintain separate schools in Georgia, one way or another, come what may. We're going to retain segregated schools. We're not going to pay any attention to a political decision by an incompetent political court.
When the NAACP attorneys won the Brown decision, they ended the legal basis for segregation and set the South on fire. For Thurgood Marshall, Brown was the final leg in a heroic journey to end segregation.
Last night, less than an hour after Judge Grooms' decision,
you never knew what would happen the next day or indeed the next hour.
This same board expelled Miss Lucy.
No guilty person ever gets hurt. The innocent people get hurt.
For 20 years, he traveled hundreds of thousands of miles through war and depression in the Jim Crow South, fighting case by case, setting precedent after precedent for one of the most important legal decisions in American history.
This was a man who created opportunity for so many people in this country and improved their lives. I would call him a hero. I would call him the greatest lawyer of the 20th century.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm DC's own Rabbit Jones.
And I'm telling you, the number one soul, brother. This is Hoodviewpolitics. Monday night. See, I keep forgetting. Sometimes I forget what nights we be on. But we are here on this Monday Night Live. So come on in with us. Kick it with us on some politics. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the notification bell. So you know we're gonna slide on through there.
Now, if you're new here, you don't even know what to expect. But if you've been here before, you know what's going on here. We chase the magazine coons. Let's not forget about those Puerto Ricans and those white ladies too. That got us in this fucking mess. Shouts out, and we appreciate all the black ladies from sea to sea tuning into your boys from DC, baby. Talking politics the only way we know how, from the streets. Ha ha! Welcome, everybody from all walks of life. We got something to say about politics, and this is how we does it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Yeah, something like that.
What's going on with you?
I don't know. Just feeling blah right now. This is funky.
The weather good out there, joint, bro.
I don't know, with the mood.
Matter of fact, the weather was nice today.
The weather was nice today. Right?
Think of it.
But the mood of the people, this punk motherfucker we got in office, it just,
We start thinking about like, first of all, life in itself, time fly like a motherfucker, bro. And like, when you start saying like, all right, next 5 years, what I want to be doing with this shit. Like, one thing I never imagined was under those 5 years, you'll be making decisions with a redneck pig being president.
Something like that.
It's tough.
Very.
It's tough on the black man. You know what I'm saying? Tough
on the black.
But one thing we got to understand is we got to figure out a way to motherfucker weather the storm. First of all, as black people, we already know how it does that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't nothing new. And like you said in the motherfucker, like you see in the video beginning of the podcast, Nick Cannon and all you dumb fucks, Chili and them. It was something happened after Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. See, if it's according to Nick Cannon, it wouldn't be a such thing as the third group marshal, because he wouldn't have that shit to do. What would he have been doing? If it was up to Nick Cannon, what the fuck third group marshal was doing? What the hell Martin Luther King had on their mind? What are they even doing then? If everything was over when Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. We're forgetting it's a fucking history after that. Every minute after that, we've been fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So motherfuckers like Nick Cannon, those are motherfuckers that we point out. Let y'all know. First of all, they some bums. They don't know the fuck they talk about, and they miss fucking leaders.
They don't want to support this bullshit that's going on. That's why a brother like me feel blah. Cause this my
now she said she don't support it now.
Yeah, she gonna say it now.
But she said it now. You can't.
Yeah, after she gonna fuck that tour money up, and the rest of them gonna whoop her ass over that shit. She fucked that tour money up.
The money is fucked up now. You don't care what she did.
Yeah, she was trying to. That shit was trying to say the tour. She knew what the fuck she was doing. Don't blow smoke up my ass.
So after the tour, she gonna show her redneckness.
She already showed it.
But yeah, we already know because her bandmate said that shit years ago. I think when Trump run the first time.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but don't try to hide it. And you smile in the motherfucker face, and you want a motherfucker to pay and come see you sing and shit. But you know, behind the back of your face,
you giving that shit to an orange neck pig demon right. Fuck Cardano.
Are you fucking crazy? You think a motherfucker gonna come and see you?
No.
And that was the problem.
Or she thinks she was slick saying, "Oh, I'll just give it to the veterans." Okay, now we definitely ain't paying for none of your concerts because we don't know that shit
came around on that one.
What's wrong with you, huh?
In the beginning, you believed her on that shit. I told you.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you saying you paying the motherfucking veterans, that's still fucked.
Yeah, because you can,
either way.
Because if you want to support veterans, which is a hell of a cause, that's a good cause to support, you can donate.
But niggas will still be like, man, I ain't giving you my money anymore because even you donate to veterans. So what? That's still going to Republicans. But I don't give you my fucking
all
money.
The fucking time she didn't donate it, bitch, you knew what the fuck you was doing. And it was the other motherfuckers she donated to too. So kick rocks. Anyway, but as you say, you know, we point out them kind of people.
ASAP.
Because
that's it right there. They the problem for our culture.
Look at these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
They just straight, terrible. You know what I'm saying, misleaders, man. We're gonna start a little on the upbeat here. And it's something we do, right?
Get back to upbeat.
We always motherfucking shouts out to black ladies in our history. You know what I'm saying? Our ups and downs, way back and now, when we talk about these black ladies. And we always call that cocoa butter. Lady of the week. Now, this week right here,
some UGK.
This week right here, man, we're gonna celebrate Mrs. Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
I think it's her birthday.
Yes, it is. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to Miss Coretta Scott King.
Miss Cool. Yeah, I said it wrong, didn't I think I said current. Yeah, I said it right. I think.
Damn. Yes, it is birthday.
Wait a minute, she's still alive, right?
No.
She passed. When she passed?
Passed some years back.
A couple years ago?
A few years back. Yeah. Don't get me started on dates.
Wait.
Yeah.
Damn, nah, she died a long time ago, bro.
It was a long time ago.
2006?
Yeah, it was a few years back.
She was born in April 27, 1927 in Alabama.
Yeah, I know the Clintons was there.
And she passed away in Mexico, for anybody who want to know.
Yeah, she
was in Mexico.
I think Bill spoke.
Now, she was an American author, activist. Now, she was an activist and made more of an activist after the slaying, the murdering, y'all know, of the Martin Luther King, the man Jr.
Yeah, I know why.
But other than that, yeah, that would really made her become a civil rights leader. Something that Nick Cannon don't know about. He don't know about civil rights leaders because they didn't exist as far as he's concerned.
Yeah.
So now she's a civil rights leader. As far as they concerned, everything stopped after Abraham Lincoln because no motherfucking Coretta Scott Kings. It ain't no motherfucking third girl marshals because what were they even doing if everything was solved? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's wrong with these fools? Now, back to Coretta. Now, I'm going to play a motherfucking interview she had in 1969. Now, everybody knows.
Definitely will be.
Her husband was slayed, murdered in front of every fucking body in 1968, which will be a year before this motherfucking interview. So what we're going to do is just get y'all.
So I will be speaking.
You know, just a little feel.
And participating in the October 15th mobilization of students calling for a moratorium on the Vietnam War.
Mrs. King, we've been told that after you finished your book, that there was the possibility that you and Mrs. Robert F. Kennedy might form a women's peace organization. Is that likely?
Well, at the moment, there is no plan for this, but I would hope that Mrs. Robert Kennedy would join with me in efforts that I will be making. I definitely will be involved very much because I feel very strongly that this is a war that has to come to an end.
Will this be a separate organization?
I am not involved in organizing anything separate at the moment, but I would hope to appeal to all women because I think women have a special role to play because war affects them more poignantly than almost any other group. Their children, their sons, their husbands, and bringing up your family, you have a responsibility, I think, to instill in your children a sense of values. And one of the things that I think we are taught in a Christian democratic nation is that you do not kill other people. You know, I think the moral issue is a very strong one with me. And I feel that until women come to the point where they feel strongly enough against the kind of brutality, the kind of killing that's been going on, then we will perhaps continue this. I think they have a very strong role to play.
Now, as y'all can see, Miss King was a strong Black woman that had a vision of what she wanted to do, even though she is in mourning. Well, y'all know it's about 12 months after he was assassinated in front of everybody. And she is sitting there in front of 3 white men that didn't give her no condolences about anything that happened to her husband. Going pepper with these questions. She's sitting there just eating them all up, taking the questions and spitting them back out. with no problem. You know what I'm saying? Now, she was already ready for this nonsense. She was already ready. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yep.
that's the thing about her. She was really probably his backbone and probably his motherfucking his guidance. You know what I'm saying? The whole time that he was out in front, she was more probably his backbone. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, she ain't already been prepared for anyway. I mean, being the wife of Martin Luther King Jr. So, you know, she lived with the death threats. Did already before this motherfucker succeeded, they attempted assassination.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those joints.
There's attempted assassinations and stuff. She been doing bombings. Their house been bombed and tried to bomb it or some shit. Forgot, you know, do all kind of shit to him. You know, so she's strong. And a strong black woman is shit. That's an understatement.
Exactly. Now, everybody tuning in right now, it's something this podcast does. We represent and give shouts out to our black ladies and our history of being a black culture. You know what I'm saying? Today is Coretta Scott King. Now, right now, you listen to her in the interview, which is 12 months after King was assassinated. And we just wanted y'all to get a feel for Mrs. King. So I'm going to tap in a little bit more, then we're going to get back on to the potty pot.
And I would encourage women everywhere.
Mrs. King, in a recent press conference, South Carolina Senator Strom Thurmond said that for the first time now in modern history, the South has a voice in Washington, and that voice is being heard. Senator Thurmond was speaking of himself. You are a Southerner. Does Senator Thurmond speak for you, and what kind of influence do you think he has in Washington?
Well, he most certainly doesn't speak for me, and I would say that he doesn't speak for the other black people that...
For anybody listening right now, Strom Thurmond was one of the racist, orange neck demon fuck pigs like Donald.
Millions of black people throughout this nation, and I would hope that white people, many white people of goodwill, he's not speaking for. I think there's no question that the good senator has quite an influence in Washington, and I believe that we are feeling the effects of this in the policy of the present administration. I would like to say that when Mr. Nixon spoke about two extremes, it seems to me that a president of the United States cannot afford to take a position of a middle ground. You are saying in a sense, that you don't believe in following the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, that you don't believe in integration. I think the two administrations before that I've been involved with certainly made it clear that this is not the policy, that integration is the law of the land, and this is what we believe in. And when you say you are...
Now, two things. Miss King, for anybody who don't know, she was educated. She got a BA and a BM in controversial music in New England. She's an author, wrote a few books. So she ain't up there as somebody that just happen to fuck somebody. So she knows what she's doing. And second, they had the motherfucking they asked her a question about Miss Kennedy. And y'all know RFK Jr. Is part of the orange neck demon fuck pig Donald J is for jackass Trump administration. But before that, his family was more of a giving and peaceful family. And that would have been a good match if Coretta Scott King would have matched up with Mrs. Kennedy at the time and had an organization or whatever the fuck dude was trying to tell her she should do. But that's seriously different from the RFK we got running around this motherfucker now, for sure. He's a fucking orange neck pig sympathizer. He ain't got all his fucking screws in his nut ass head. This nigga chase around animals and cut them up and try to eat them and shit. He's a dumb fuck. And he has no business in his position, but he did. You know what I'm saying? But his family was more, you know what I'm saying? They more were like the Obamas, you know what I'm saying? In fact, at that time, they were the Obamas. If you could think of the Obamas at the time, that was them. You know what I'm saying? They was more of a classier motherfuckers. They was more, you know what I'm saying, into fashion more than Obamas were, but they were like the Obamas and shit at the time. They was a young president with a young family. Everything was just young and new, you know what I'm saying? And so they basically the same type of shit. But it's crazy how he grew up in that family and he is here who he is. It's just so wild, bro. But Coretta Scott King, for sure, is one of the Black history's most important women, for sure. And I think, well, when she passed away, like you said, I think you said, who you said came to his joint? Bush. So it's Bush, Carter, both Bushes, matter of fact. Carter, Bill Clinton, for sure. And so it was a lot of people. It was 10,000 people at her joint. See, what happened was she had suffered a stroke and couldn't, you know what I'm saying, couldn't regain from that. And she also had ovarian cancer. But she is part of our fight in our history of the Black culture, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to her as the Black lady. You know what I'm saying, dog? Of the week. She was definitely the most important, really important to us, for sure.
For sure. Unless it's only do some other shit. This thing get on my damn nerves.
Yeah, now what I want to do, now we're going to talk about, damn, John went out again? Oh, hell no, we got to fix it. So, what we doing is we having technical difficulty, for sure. I know y'all can tell that shit. And let me see. Yeah, we having technical difficulties, as y'all can tell. Y'all know what I'm saying? I had to jump on again.
Fuck that.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view.